You were invited to someone's home for the first time. What shocked or surprised you about their lifestyle? My school friend lived on a farm in Wales. The first time I went round, a sheep ran down the stairs as we were going in through the front door. There was also a newborn baby lamb warming in the Aga because it was struggling to stay alive. As a young boy back in the 70s, I visited a friend from school's house. It smelled different from any house I had ever been in, which was mostly my parents' friends' homes and my relatives' homes. I visited several times before I figured out why it smelled different. No one in the home smoked cigarettes. We were in middle school, so we're maybe like 12 years old. Me and another friend are visiting one other friend's house. Their dad invites us in and immediately asks us, "Hey, do you all wanna come over and watch some porn?" Quote, "Me and my friend look at each other and go, WTF? And politely decline. I still think about how friggin' strange that was because the kid didn't seem bothered at all. He only had a dirty old mattress on the floor for him and his older brother. I once drove him home and his brother was banging a girl in there. Super awkward. His single mother was chain-smoking cigarettes. The smell was awful and their meals were those $3 microwave meals where you get like 3 frozen nuggets and a dozen fries for every meal. I suddenly understood why he was always at a friend's house and why when he came over he'd eat all my bagels. It bothered my mother at first, but after I told her about his home she was like, yeah, give him all the bagels he wants. Never heard a word about his father. He's doing much better by himself now. He accidentally broke a plate when he was doing dishes and his dad didn't scream at him or hit him or threaten to ground him or anything. The first thing his dad said was to ask my friend if he was hurt. Shouldn't be shocking, but to me it was. My brother-in-law is a woodworker as a hobby. I knew it was very important to him. But when I actually went to his house, the whole entire house except for bedroom and bathrooms, he converted into one giant woodworking studio. One of our wealthiest friends, also one of the sharper dresses, lives in a house with no furniture. He has a few camping chairs around his kitchen counter and his bedroom is a mattress in the ground, with different piles of clothes around. He irons every outfit before he puts it on. Went over to friends for a birthday. Was warned they were ordering takeout because they don't cook. Got there and they had no dishes or pots or pans. No glasses. No coffee cups. Literally none. The kitchen cabinets were full of random things like a Pictionary game and some batteries and spare light bulbs, disposable plates, a drawer full of plastic spoons and forks. My friend was like, "Want a Kit Kat?" I said sure. He proceeded to unwrap the candy bar, set it on a plate, and then put it in the microwave until the chocolate had melted off the wafers. I was freaked out and said I don't need mine microwaved. He looked shocked and said, "You eat them raw?" Quote, I met this girl at work and really clicked. We had kids around the same age, so she invited us over for a play date. First off, Her house was hoarder-level disgusting and absolutely filthy. I didn't want to even stay inside, so suggested we go out in the backyard, which was overgrown and a mosquito haven. Second, she didn't just talk to her kids. She was always screaming. It was hard to differentiate if she was angry or just giving instructions. The kids just tuned her out, but mine were terrified. Never, ever again. The first girl I dated while in college had her own house, which I thought was super awesome considering she was only 2 years older than me. It was absolutely filthy. Not just garbage everywhere, but just random stuff laying around and zero organization. She was definitely a hoarder. We broke up after about a month, but a few years later hooked up again and her house was way better. I'm glad it wasn't a permanent thing for her. Was invited to a friend's house in high school, and that's when I learned that his parents weren't just well off like mine were. They were fucking loaded. His house was not a house. It was a compound. They had the main house, a pool house, where he lived, a casita, where his older sister lived, and a clubhouse. They had an 8-car garage and a yacht garage, with their goddamn yacht in it at the time. Oh, and as if that wasn't enough, they had waterway that ran in front of their house, which meant they had a bridge over which was an honest-to-fuck drawbridge.